Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the Finally Fall book tag. It's actually like I think 102 degrees in Arizona today, so yeah, it's not fall, but I'm just going to pretend like it is. I saw my bookish friend CJ Reed, she did this tag, and I'm tagging myself because it seems fun. Today I have my autumnal beer, which is a pumpkin porter from a local brewery called Four Peaks. It's a really great seasonal beer that they have. It's low in ABV. I think it's only like 5.1%, but it's tasty, it's pumpkiny, it's spicy. We love it. And I thought it would be fitting for this autumnal themed book tag. So yeah, I actually didn't prepare for this tag at all. I don't even know what answers I'm going to give to these questions. I kind of thought about it, but not really. I have some like unorganized bookshelves going on. Just disregard. We're just going into it. Yes, let's get started. Okay, so the first question is one, in fall, the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. Why do I not have an answer for this one? I think for that one, I would pick The Secret History by Donna Tartt, which is, I think, my favorite book of all time. It's set in this, small Vermont college, and you get that, campusy feel with the surrounding woods, and the murder that takes place in that book happens in the woods, and it just gives me a very fall vibe. So I think that's a great read from a setting perspective for fall, but it also just gives me kind of like a minor spooky vibes. I mean, there's a murder that takes place, and I just love that book. So definitely read it if you haven't. Okay, two, nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. This one, I have two answers. Actually, no, I'm going to save one for another answer that I saw in here. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to pick The Death of Vivek Oji by Akwaeke Emezi. They are a beautiful writer, and the book was so heartbreaking. You know what happens to the character of Vivek Oji. You know that they die, and you kind of learn throughout the novel, like the events leading up to the death and the fallout from it. And like when you discover what happens, and just like the relationships that Vivek has with various people in the novel, it's just so heartbreaking, and it deals with the grief of that loss. But it's just so gorgeously written. Yeah, I highly recommend it, and I'll be talking more about it in my September wrap-up video, but I highly recommend it. Three is fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. For this one, I will have to pick Trick Mirror by Gia Tolentino. It's an incredible essay collection of 9 essays, all centered around self-delusion. And so, for example, some essays, the first one being a dissection of internet culture and the self-delusion that is inherently present in internet culture. Some others are Gia Tolentino's time as a reality TV contestant as a teenager. Some other essays include her discussion of literary heroines, and which I thought was really great. And finally, there's, I think, my favorite essay of the collection, which is about optimization and the way that nearly every aspect of our identities, particularly our bodies, are supposed to be optimized for, promoting capitalism and supporting it, to our deaths. And I just thought it was a really great essay. That one, she had a really great line about how athleisure, which I'm wearing right now, funny enough, is late capitalist fetish wear, which I hadn't really thought of before. So yeah, she's a brilliant writer. I can't wait to see what she does next. I hope she delves into fiction. I know she has an MFA, I believe. I know she's like attempted trying to write a novel before. She's mentioned it, and I think it would be so good. So yeah, I hope she does that. But it's a great essay collection if you're looking for one to add to your TBR. 4. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family, household, friend group that you'd like to be a part of. And for this one, I actually haven't read the book in full, but I know the story and I've seen the movies. So I'm just going to count it. But I guess The Losers Club from It by Stephen King. Those are ride or die ass friends who take down a monster together. And so, yeah, I think I would pick them. Like, the loyalty is amazing. That's like the only friend group I can think of right now. Like, I wouldn't want to be part of the friend group of The Secret History because you might get, murdered. And they're all like a hot ass mess. Who else? Not the friend group in real life by Brandon Taylor. Also problematic. Lots of fighting going on there. Lots of dramatic dinner scenes, which we love. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to go with that. Ooh, I know. Maybe. Another family group that I really like is the family in the house in the Cerulean Sea that develops throughout the novel. Those kids are amazing. And, the family that forms by the end of it, I just love so much. Very heartwarming, so I guess I'd pick that one, too. 5. The colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. God damn it. Okay. Here's my, ooh, here is my fall stack. She's pretty. She's orange. She's autumnal. We love her. I am not putting these back right now. I'll do this after the video. 6. Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein someone is telling a story. And CJ from CJ Reads also had a hard time thinking of one for this. And I feel like there's a very clear answer here. I'm not sure. Okay, I have 2. Maybe that kind of apply, but they don't really apply, so whatever. The first being On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. It's basically the narrator, Little Dog. He is writing a letter to his mom, who is illiterate, and it tells his personal story to her, but it's not like them telling a fictional story. So I guess that one would kind of apply. Also, the book is amazing. I haven't talked about it on my channel before, I don't think. But yeah, please read that one. And also, I haven't read House of Leaves, but I know that that book is like a story within a story in which a guy is writing about this house in which it's bigger on the inside than the outside. And you have like 2 stories going on, one which may be fictional, maybe not. I don't know if I'm talking about that book completely inaccurately. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that answer. 7, the nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. And for this one, I'm gonna pick Pet Sematary by Stephen King. I read this late last year, and I absolutely loved it. This one also ties into the question about grief. And I wanted to save it for this one, though. It's a book that obviously many of you probably already know about. It's a very popular story, but it follows this family that moves to a new town, and there's a burial site nearby in which people bury their pets, and beyond that burial site there is an ancient site in which if you bury someone there, they come back to life, and they're not human per se. And this book is creepy as hell. I had already known the story going into it. I'd seen the movie when I was a kid, and it really scared me. And I've read the book, and it was so much better. And I think it's such a brilliant and sad book about grief. And yeah, I was really moved by it. And the final page, like the final scene, is just so perfect. I know King is not known for writing the best endings, but that ending is good. Yeah, great horror novel for the upcoming spooky season, for sure. 8. The days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. Short and heartwarming. That's not my thing, usually. It's funny. So I actually had a friend that reached out to me recently and asked for like a recommendation for something light and fun for their book club. And it was really hard for me. But now that I'm thinking about the conversation, I have a pick. It is Nothing to See Here by Kevin Wilson. This book is so cute. It's about this woman who's kind of like I don't know, she's kind of lonely. She's having a hard time figuring out what she wants to do with her life, I believe. And she gets a letter in the mail from her ex-best friend from, I think, high school. And the friend is asking her to come be a nanny for her 2 stepchildren, because when those stepchildren get angry, they spontaneously combust, meaning they just turn into fireballs, basically. And their father is a politician, and so they have to kind of keep that a secret. And so narrator goes and is a nanny for these kids and ends up getting attached to them and becomes a sort of parent for them. And it was just such a great, hilarious read, and it just was so, I don't know, gave me the warm and fuzzies by the end of it, and it's just really good. Question number 9 is fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. And for this one, it would be, I have 2. I have 2 for every question, I don't know why. But it would be Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison and The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. They're both classics in their own right. I read them in high school. I think I read The Picture of Dorian Gray like freshman year of high school, and then Invisible Man my senior year of high school. And they were like my 2 favorite books at the time, and I would love to revisit them. I actually bought them both recently to do a reread. I just never reread, and so I need an excuse to do it. But I will be doing that soon. I really want to check both of them out now that I have a more developed mind. So yeah, that'll be coming. 10. Fall is a perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. Cozy reading accessories, so like a nice pumpkin porter, such as this one, and my blanket, which I'm gonna grab it. Okay. My nice blanket. Amazing. Amazing. I should probably say that without the blanket covering my mouth. And then finally, my AirPods. You guys know what those look like. I usually listen to a playlist while I read. Just that lo-fi beat playlist that's, on YouTube and everything. Yeah, I love listening to some beats while I read. Oh, that's it. So finally it says spread the autumn appreciation and tag some people. It's a cop-out, but I always have like a hard time thinking of people to tag in videos, and so I just say if you like this video, if you want to do it, do it. So I tag you if you're interested. So this was like a very spontaneous video. I hope myself in the future, while you're editing this, I hope I didn't make it too hard on you. But yeah, I hope you like this tag video, and until next time, cheers.